game gap coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky for the Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. 48 Sports College State is with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out 25 yards. So Ole Miss offense will have the football first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30 times if they need.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time that this guy, he's going to break the long. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed there that makes him truly unique.
And he sets the tone, man. They're going to committed to stop him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him. The Rebels had a good spot here in second and short. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for first down. The most mind-boggling stat from last season is an Ole Miss trailed for a grand total of 2 minutes all year long and somehow lost 3 games and missed the playoff.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was a great year. You saw the scrimmages for Ole Miss really take over. Offensive, defensive lines. That was the strength of their team. From the top to win the abilities to be more dominant. We know a lot of guys now with no loose spot, including the quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He was a huge part of their success. Last several years, really, you always expect Lane Kiffin to find a good one. This year, that position's got to play well.
Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. Now he's looking to play. That's real in. It's good one. And a good job of coverage by the defense of the short pickup.
Teaching some skills early. You said it. Pump fake that. Receiver right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Out of the shotgun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. David, that is a great secondary play for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the fake count on third and short. Dependable, nice hands, first down.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field. When he lays out, makes the play for his quarterback, that's a tough number.
The Rebels will line up on first and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in. It's Lee. And the first guy didn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picked up the first down.
Well, we always talk about the importance of defensive tackling. This secondary, they're going to have to really play a great effort and do a better job tackling these wideouts.
From the 30-yard line on first down. They'll ride the running lead with it. And there was just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's the little start.
That was a big-time play, and it was off the start because of the play he made.
And I don't know the mountain who was playing. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's second and 13 now. The screen, he's on wheels. And this one will be stopped again.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen. Defense is having none of it.
Ninth play of the drive. Coming up, and they'll have third and long to keep it going. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You stripped the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point after we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good at it, 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kentucky's offense will take the field for the first time. And David, their quarterback has always blown you away statistically. It's a guy that and he shows some flex of why he should trust him. Here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go with me the football. That's not where he's at right now, it's for you. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes. And guys will look that little. Yeah, the one thing quarterback has is game manager. That's really more with this guy. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this lead. And the defense set down to stop that one for a short game.
Your opponent scored on every drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Well, they really could have used that. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but he gets man coverage. There were other guys on that play that were open, had a chance. So quarterback just needs to settle in a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. Just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on. The play fake on first down. Good throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defensive tackle getting off the right, trying to see it, understands the pass, beats the ball, gets to the quarterback, gets the QB.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits that last play at second and a mile. Trying play action. Makes the catch. It's dribbling. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Got to be better. This quarterback's head nervous. Nobody's going to expect you tonight. You got to be your offense. You got to be able to come to the position, make sure this one is football. Got to take a set.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Snagged in the middle. It's dribbling. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's dribbling. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's McGowan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down, and guess what, nowadays 4th down, green light, we're gonna go for it anyways.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
4 yards on the play. Coming up, 4th down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the 1st down. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Everybody knows how difficult the SEC schedules are, and you hear about it from every team there. It's hard to explain how a team like Ole Miss, all of that firepower, all of that ability, dumps a home game to a bad Kentucky team for the first time since 1964. That one basically kept them out of the playoff.
And I think one of the biggest surprises in that game was how Ole Miss could not protect Jackson Dart. Their offensive line got abused by Kentucky up front. David, they were way more physical in the trenches. We'll see if that happens again today.
Yeah, I'll never forget that Stoops fourth down call in his own territory that comes through. They make the big play. Ole Miss's offense sputtered. Their defense wasn't elite like we're accustomed to, and it kept them out of the playoffs.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there. And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it behind the line. It's Law. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Tight end now in motion. To the air on second down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They give it to him again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Caught near the sticks. It's Gilmore. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
They'll give it to the back. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab near the sticks. It's Gilmore. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides the back and leads it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game. And finally, something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the first half now. In the second half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo, they're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Loses 3. Brings up 2nd down.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's long. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Unloads it left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions. And they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
Kick is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Complete to start this drive. Well, that toe-tap catch had a little style, but not much substance on that.
No, the defense did a good job, too, using the sideline to their advantage. Using the sideline as a 12th man. There was nowhere for that receiver to go except get one foot down and get out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
They'll go right back to him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's long. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Run in the red zone. It's McGowan. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He leaves it with his back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
27, Kentucky, 10.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Gonna swing it on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right on the money. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Quick release by the QB. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's McGowan. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McGowan.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Let's it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The give on the option. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Motion from the back. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's dribbling. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Lacey. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Makes the catch. It's Wallace. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Unleashes to the end zone. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. And the Wildcats, buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Kentucky. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And that's step 1. Great job on this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give on the inside. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.